Welcome, Larry Satchwell here with a walk through the garden. It's June 1st, 2018. We had a horrific storm come through here last night. Not a lot of damage, but I'll show you the corn in just a minute. The flower hill of mixed perennials and annuals are doing well. Got some tomato plants in there this year. Good news is the tomato plants did not get blown over last night. Cucumbers are doing well. I found one in here last night that was about 10 inches long. Went down and fed that to the chickens. They enjoyed it. This is our egg yolk tomato. Right here. It's a tomato plant that I never made a cage for. It is just sprawling out of its bed. Some of that's flowers and most of it's weeds. This is the other edge of the garden. The rose is almost finished blooming. The 4 o'clocks are taking over the blueberry bush. The lotuses have not bloomed yet. I've planted way too many cucumbers this year. I just hate throwing away cucumber plants, any plants. This cucumber was overwhelming the pathway here, so the other day I just made this quick vertical we can put them on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this batch that's coming over here. Peppers are blooming, no peppers yet. We have had several tomatoes, mainly the cherry and egg yolk. The egg yolk were the slowest to develop, but the quickest to ripen. Yet another cucumber plant. And here's the corn. It got blown over last night. And it is really blown over. I'll go through and try to stand some of it up. I first brought down the hoe to start this job, and then realized with the mulch in here and the weeds that this little 4-tine prong thing, I don't even know what you call this thing, would do better, and it does. So I've got, this is the last row to set up, and the other corn's setting up pretty good. What I'm doing is just pulling the grass up around here. I'm pulling the dirt up around here and then stepping on it, and that seems to be holding pretty well. The other advantage I found is that I'm able to weed this at the same time, so I can get those pesky weeds that have been popping up here between the plants. Plus, I've just seen thousands of worms like this, and that tells me I've got some good soil here. This soil has not had any pesticides on it for years. Can't call it organic because I have added some artificial fertilizers and some lime. I don't know if lime is organic or not. With all the worms in here and the box turtle I spotted last week, I really feel like we are taking pretty good care of this environment. The tomatoes I put in this cage are doing well. This is the last planting of lettuce and radishes and carrots right here. This is the red fire lettuce I planted on April 13th. That was a Friday the 13th. It's still doing well. This lettuce gets fed to the chickens every day, and they really enjoy the green stuff. These onions are ready to harvest. These are left over from last year. Some of them bloomed, some of them didn't. So far, no bugs yet on the squash. There's a nice zucchini right there. Looks like the crookneck squash got a little blown over last night as well. Strawberries are about done. I'm going to rejuvenate this bed here coming up. And the potatoes. Potatoes got blown over very badly. Oh, there's a sweet little one of those blue varieties. There's one right there. Nice russet. That'll be on the menu next week. Canna lilies here, continuing to fight those bugs that roll up the leaves. We have had a week of off and on rain from Alberto. We get half an hour of sunlight and then an hour of rain. It's been like that all week. Well, that's going to do it. I hope your garden's doing well.